While all the adventures seem to be happening on the other side of town right now, perhaps a little context is needed, and it is worth pointing out that Manchester United have actually accumulated more points at this stage of the season than in 6 of the 13 championship-winning years when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge and the Premier League title used to find its way back to Old Trafford like a homing pigeon. José Mourinho's team are 6 points better off, at the 17-game mark, than the treble-winning side of 199,899 that will always be held up as Ferguson's greatest work. The current side have outscored Arsenal's Invincibles from the corresponding stage of the 200,304 season and achieved the unique feat of being widely derided for anemic football while, in reality, scoring more goals than the 199,596 Newcastle side that was managed by Kevin Keegan and had the nickname of the Entertainers. Mourinho's players have 38 points from 17 games, and, to put that into perspective, it is more than Ferguson's teams had managed at the same stage in 16 out of 27 trophy-laden years. It is also more than Arsene Wenger's sides managed in 2 of his 3 championship seasons, and, in any other year, it would do just fine for a team that likes to think it has authentic title ambitions. Liverpool have won the league 18 times, but there were only 2 of those occasions, in 197,879 and 198,788, when they had a better record at this stage of a season. Unfortunately for Mourinho, these are the details that can be overlooked when United are cut adrift in second place, and England's top division has never been in this position so early, with advent calendars barely half opened and fairy tale of New York on the radio, when the destination of the league title already feels like a foregone conclusion. Mourinho has put together a team that, in ordinary circumstances, would have an outstanding chance. The problem, of course, is that these are not ordinary circumstances. When the team the other side of Mancunian Way have been having so much fun, the bookmakers have already started paying out 6 months early. That does not make it impossible for Mourinho, the serial trophy machine, to conjure up a different narrative to take the emphasis away from Manchester City. His trophy haul last season shows he has assembled a formidable cup team. They are competing in 3 knockout competitions, and Mourinho may still fancy the idea of emulating what happened 50 seasons ago, when City won the First Division title and 2 weeks later Matt Busby's team trumped them with the European Cup. The people who have been dancing on the Portuguese's grave this past week should certainly make sure the coffin is properly nailed down first, and Louis van Gaal, in particular, has some nerve criticising his successor when his own time in Manchester was so bland and grey. United, according to Van Gaal, are now playing far more boring football, and he has questioned why Mourinho is not, in his view, subjected to the same level of criticism. "I always played attacking football. The proof is that the opposition were always parking the bus. They don't do that now because Mourinho plays so defensively." Is he being serious? There was a point in the Van Gaal era, no matter how much he might want us to airbrush it from history, when United had taken fewer shots than every other Premier League club bar the Sunderland side that spent 237 days in the relegation places. United made more backward passes than any other club. They had the lowest percentage when it came to moving the ball forward, and, frankly, the players hated it. David De Gea, for one, would not have stuck around if Van Gaal were still in charge. Other players talk of the mood inside the dressing room then as bordering on mutiny. Mourinho, contrary to the Dutchman's claims, has also been under intense scrutiny after the sporadic occasions, such as the game at Liverpool earlier this season, when a team once famous around their world for attacking football have not just parked the bus but jammed the handbrake and chucked the keys down the nearest drain. Equally, it is a nonsense to say the current United side are less watchable, as a rule, than the one Mourinho inherited, and anyone suggesting otherwise should perhaps note the fact Van Gaal's final season saw the team score 49 league goals, when their previous average in the Premier League era was 76.4. There is no doubt United's supporters, the people who once produced a banner reading "Not arrogant, just better," have known happier times, and that the "Park the Bus" chants from City's supporters last Sunday will have cut to the bone. But don't fall for their oft-repeated line that watching United under Mourinho is a permanent bore fest. It is bordering on absurd when the team have already scored 4 goals on 8 separate occasions this season, are outscoring Keegan's Newcastle from the year the league title seemed destined for the Northeast. At the same time, any defense of Mourinho would have to accept that his behavior has been wearing thin for some time now, and, knowing the nature of the beast, that it is likely to get even more tiring as long as United are consigned to a game of catch-up, and there is hard evidence he has